Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another installment of Scott Selections here for Thursday, January 2nd. Before we get into today's play of the day, a quick recap of what happened yesterday. We ended up giving out a look-ahead line in the NFL in one of the wildcard weekend matchups. So if you have not looked at that video, that will be below this one in the playlist, so if you wanted to look at that one, you can. But for today's play of the day, there are a decent amount of games going on. You have two bowl games in college football, and you also have some NBA. And for the play of the day, we will be talking about the NBA as we like a matchup between the Detroit Pistons and the Los Angeles Clippers. And we will be taking the Los Angeles Clippers here at minus 12.5, which is available on FanDuel at minus 110. Now, I know that some of the information I'm about to give might sound a little bit repetitive because I ended up talking about the Pistons 2 videos ago, or 3 videos ago, whenever they played the Jazz. And for me, I still see value on this line, and even though the line has dropped a little bit, I still only can lean to the Clippers here, and that's why we're going to be talking about it as play of the day. Pistons, as I said before, awful on the road, 4-12 straight up on the road, 12-22 overall, just really not a good team at all. They're about a game and a half better than the Cavaliers. That's how bad they are. And even though they're a little bit healthier for this meeting as opposed to the game against the Jazz earlier this week, still really not healthy in terms of some quality pieces like Morris as well as Kennard. You might have a Blake Griffin sighting in this game as he is currently questionable, as he is still not at 100%, and you have to wonder if he will be able to go. He's currently being listed as game time decision as he is dealing with a knee injury, but he's currently being listed, but according to some recent reports, actually, he is doubtful. So if he does play, it will be very limited. It's still not official that he's going to be out, but I think it's safe to assume that he will probably not play tonight, which means that the starting lineup for the Pistons, once again, I'll go through it again as I did a couple of days ago. It will most likely be Tim Frazier, Bruce Brown is questionable, Tony Snell, Christian Wood, and Andre Drummond. Once again, just an abysmal starting lineup. That team should get blown out once again. Clippers, even though they are missing Patrick Beverley, they were also missing Lou Williams in their last game against Sacramento, and they were able to still win that game by 18 points on the road, which is worth mentioning because of the fact that Sacramento right now is the exact same record as Detroit, so you could probably make the argument that it's a pretty fair comparison between the Pistons and the Kings, and the Clippers were also missing Lou Williams, who's most likely going to win Sixth Man of the Year again, who is expected to play in this game, so that will not be an issue. Clippers at home, 14-3, they're 24-11 overall, just a significantly better team in this matchup, and I mentioned how badly the Pistons have played lately in the video against the Jazz, and that trend did continue, as if you've looked at the overall numbers here, I'm actually pull this up one more time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they've lost 7 of their last 8 games by double digits, and I simply think that 12.5 is just not a big enough spread for a matchup disparity in terms of talent in this game. Clippers should win this game handily. Detroit might hang around for a half like they did against Utah, but they only scored 81 points because they had no weapons on offense with Griffin out of the lineup. And if you've actually looked at that box score, that game was absolutely hideous. The Pistons scored 40 points in the first half and 41 points in the second half, and they shot 38% from the field. Couldn't do anything. Derrick Rose was still efficient off the bench, Drummond at 15 and 13 in the last game. Other than that, though, nobody else on the team could pretty much shoot, and I think that's going to be an issue against the Clippers, especially with their ability to shut down on the perimeter with the likes of Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. I think the Clippers should win this game by probably around 15-20, and I think the Clippers should win this game going away. So the play of the day for Thursday, January 2nd, will be on the Los Angeles Clippers, which is available at minus 12.5 on FanDuel at minus 110. Now to talk about some of the leans on the rest of the card, I'll start out with the 2 bowl games. You have 1 bowl game starting in about half an hour between Boston College and Cincinnati. I have to lean to Cincinnati on that one. I know that money's coming on the under. Makes sense. Boston College overall this season, not great, 6-6, they barely made a bowl game, and their best player, A.J. Dillon, elite level running back, who will be able to play at the next level, is already not playing as he's declared for the draft, and as a result, him being out of the lineup is a big deal. Now, I know that their backup running back is still very good with Bailey, but they had a very nice 1-2 punch there, which helped carry Boston College to a bowl game, and now the main piece of that of that combo is gone. So I'm a little bit concerned with the Boston College's offense and how they're going to score now that their biggest playmaker on offense is not going to play. Cincinnati, though, I have to question motivation. They had a very solid season. They lost to Memphis in back-to-back weeks, including the conference title game, and now at 10-3 and a ranked team. They have to face a 6-6 opponent in Boston College. I'm a little bit concerned about how motivated they will be for this game, but I still have to lean to Cincinnati as they're just the better overall team in the Birmingham Bowl. Lean to Cincinnati on that one, and I would also lean to the under because I just think Boston College will struggle offensively. Moving on, you have Tennessee versus Indiana. A lot of money's come in on the over, and a lot of money has come in on Tennessee. The line opened up at -1, bet up to -3.5, and the over is going from 49 to 54.5. For me, I have to lean to Tennessee based on the line movement. I think Indiana's a live dog, though, but at the same point, I just think Tennessee is just better defensively. Indiana loves to throw the ball. They're not really that balanced offensively, and Tennessee is a top 20 pass defense in the entire country. I think that game should be a bit low scoring, and I think Tennessee should be able to come out on top. Lean to Tennessee in that one. Small lean, and a small lean to the under as well. Other than that, looking at the NBA here, I'm going to lean to Dallas, -7.5 against the Nets. I'm a Nets fan, but they have played some really bad basketball lately, and there's no way that I will go near them until they turn it around. Dallas has still been very solid lately, and Doncic is still unstoppable, and I don't think Dinwiddie or anybody on the Nets will be able to stop him. Doncic should probably go for around a triple-double. I think he's going to go for a huge game. Porzingis is out, though, which is a bit concerning, but especially for the rebounding edge for Dallas, but I still just can't trust this Nets team right now. I think this game will be close, but I think Dallas will do enough to blow this game open in the second half, and I think Doncic will be able to close it late. So lean to Dallas on that one. Other than that, not really a fan of anything else on today's betting card. So play that I once again will be on the Los Angeles Clippers, which is available at -12.5 on FanDuel at -110. That's going to do this installment of Scott's Selections here for Thursday, January 2nd. Good luck to all of you and your respective bets today. Bye, everyone.